Hello everyone, welcome to another video from Right Way Repair. Today I'm going to show you how to replace this fan switch here with light option, and we'll go over how to replace that light switch next to it as well. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is go over here to our breaker box and shut off the breaker. Here we are at our breaker box. Let's open it here. Find which one is for that breaker. This one here is going to be number 19, general lighting. Here's our number 19. Shut it off. Alright, now let's go back to our switch over there. Now what we're going to need is our flathead screwdriver to take the base plate screws off. Now that we have our base plate off, we're going to have to switch to our Phillips head, or you can use a drill at this point. Most of these junction boxes move around like this, so you just got to push in when you unscrew it. Let's put these screws to the side here. Alright, now we have a bunch of wires here. We have tested that when you turn on the switch, there is no power. If you're replacing the switch for the first time and you don't have anything here, or you're concerned that your switch is just bad and not doing the light or the fan, you can get your electrical tester, either a pen or a multimeter. So with the pen, we'll just put it up to the wires here. There's no beeping, so we are all clear. All right, taking all these wires here. So now that we have them all out, so at this point, if you're just replacing the switch, not installing for the first time, I would take a picture, so that way it could be a lot easier for you to know where everything goes. But I'll go over the wires here as well. So right now we got our green wire, just going to be a ground. Take that off. And now you can see there's two black wires here. One of them goes to the motor, and the other one goes back to the breaker box. over that in just a minute. Tell you how to identify that. This one here goes to the light. And then we have our main power here coming from the circuit breaker. Okay, now that we have our fan switch off, usually these fan switches, they'll have like a diagram here in the back telling you how to wire everything. And usually they'll always be labeled like this as well. This one says AC, which means alternating current, which is the one that's going to be your main power source there. The blue for the light, and the black that goes to the motor, and your green for ground. So that's how you can help identify here. Go a little bit closer. Okay, so this is our light and to motor wire, which, as you can see, is going up into the junction box. It's going up to the ceiling, to the fan. All right. We got our ground here. Should be a full copper wire, no sleeve. And then we have our main power here. Which is usually going straight down, as you can see. All right. All right, so let's put it back on now. So I always like to put the ground first. Best way I like to do this is I take the two wires and I wrap them around each other. Like so. Put the wire nut on. And I just keep going until I feel like nice and tight there. Usually they'll wrap around each other like so. And then I like to give a good tug on it to make sure it's not coming out. Alright, now is this red wire for AC alternating current. Do not put it to this other red wire, because this red wire is for the light. So we're going to put our alternating current wire to our main source of power wire. That's that wire that's coming straight down to the junction box. Like so, we'll twist it again. Put a wire nut on. Give it a nice tug there. So now it's not coming out. And you also want to make sure when you're putting this on that none of the wire is showing below the wire nut here. Alright, so we have our blue one for the light. Just going to go to the red. And then finally, our two motor wire to the other black one that goes to the motor. So that one was not tight enough. So I always have to do that pull test. This one's nice and tight. We have none of the frail from the wire showing or any copper showing, which is good. You can also, while this is open, check all your wires to see that there's no nicks in them to where any copper is showing. Okay. So now we're going to put our switch back in. I'm going to try to make this as neat as possible here. Let's get a better view here. Could be a little difficult. It is a small space in that junction box. Different ways you can do it. You can put a couple on the left, a couple on the right. Before we put it fully in here, let me go over this light switch here. That is a light switch for a different part of the house here. It has nothing to do with the fan. So let's take it out here with our Phillips. So we have our light switch out. That's what the wires look in the back. So with these, because it's directly in the back like that and not wrapped around here, probably not going to be able to pull them out. As much as you loosen it here. See, that's just not coming out. So what you're going to have to do is actually cut them and then get your wire strippers to strip some copper. And I mean, definitely not going to be able to use the same light switch, but you're going to be replacing it in the first place, so that doesn't really matter because the copper will be stuck in there. Alrighty, but we'll go over that in another video. But generally it's just 3 wires. Got your 2 blacks and your 1 ground. So let's put that back in. A lot less wires than the fan switch. And once again, you can definitely use a drill for this. I'm just showing you it can be done with a screwdriver in case you don't have one. Get a little forearm workout from this. Oh, I don't want to pinch that wire there. Make it nice and flush with the wall here. It's pretty good. Alright, back to putting our fan switch in now. This type of fan switch, usually you put the light switch on the bottom, fan at the top. It's very tricky. We're gonna have to make some more space with the wires here. Use your back of your screwdriver to push them in too, but you got to be careful as well that you don't strip any of the wires when you're doing it. So definitely use the plastic part. There we go. Let's get our screws. I like to put the top a little in here first, and then I'll go to the bottom. Sometimes it does move a little side to side there. Try to make it straight as possible. Now that everything looks nice and flush, we'll put on our plate here. Our flathead. Alright, so this part can happen too, where that part of the outlet is just too far in. So unfortunately, let's see here. Yeah, I'm not liking how it's that loose like that. It's alright, we'll just adjust it here. Sometimes these problems just happen to you here. No big deal. Let's see where we went wrong here. So it looks like it's a little bit too much in there. Alright, easy fix. Straighten it out a little bit. Alright, let's try again. Much better. Those loose junction boxes can mess with you there a little bit. Alrighty, it's in there, nice and tight. Let's go turn our breaker. We're back at our breaker box here. Alright, so number 19, the only breaker that is off. Let's turn it back on. Alright, let's test everything to make sure it's working properly. Put on the light, turn the fan on. And everything is working. Then you want to check your different speeds as well. You have a multiple speed control here. Make sure everything's good. Alright, well thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. See you next time.